Hey yo, what's poppin' everybody? It's your boy C Double G, and today we got the brand new dungeon, Spire of the Watcher. This dungeon is pretty easy and straightforward, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to do it quickly and easily so you can rock your cowboy hats and possibly get an exotic bow. Alright, so right when you load in, you're going to follow this path on the side of the mountain until you reach the sun deck. Once you reach the sun deck, you'll notice this tumbleweed go past you to make you really feel like you're in the Wild Wild West. As you progress, you will see that the whole place is covered in yellow wires, and there's this place in the middle where it has these 4 nodes, let's just call them coils, and you have to activate all 4 of them to progress to the next part of the dungeon. In order to activate these wires and coils, you need to kill a minotaur and stand in the pool that he drops at its feet, and you will get a 30-second attrition buff. Now choose one of the 4 nodes in the middle and do not shoot it yet. You're going to follow the yellow wire that connects to it all the way until you get to the end point and then shoot the very first one connected to the yellow wire. Then you'll follow that same yellow wire back to shoot the second node in the sequence, and then you'll see it light up blue instead of yellow now. And that's how you know you completed that one section of the wire. Keep following the yellow wire till you get to the next one, shoot it, and then you'll see that one light up blue, and do it over and over until you reach the middle again. After you finish doing all 4 of these wires, the floor will open up and you drop down to progress to the next part of the dungeon. Now you'll see this door in front of you that will not open up. You just gotta make a 180 turn, look up, and then jump to the platform above you. Now follow the path to your right, and then you'll go through all these vents, and then you'll go down one of these red holes, and then you'll end up in this area. Once you slide down, you'll go to the right where all these computers are at, and then you'll go left and then make your way up. You'll just keep jumping up through this red section all the way until you reach to the top. Once you reach to the top, you'll be in this big open area with a jumping puzzle. All you have to do is jump all the way across and then around. Just be careful because there will be a ton of harpies shooting at you as you're trying to cross, so it's very easy to die. So just watch your step and then watch out for those guys. Once you get to this first catwalk, you'll have a collectible here at this machine. And if you keep going towards that direction and jump across to the right of that, I guess, pillar or building, you'll see your first secret chest. But if it's your first time completing the dungeon, you'll get nothing out of it, just like we do. Now you're just going to continue around this jumping puzzle. You pretty much just follow the catwalk. It makes like a right turn, and then you drop down, kill this Hydra, and then you'll go up the lift to get to the next section of the dungeon. Once you reach the top of the lift, you're going to progress forward until you see this little red hole in the ceiling, and then you're going to jump up once again. Then you just follow the vent until you drop down, drop your rally flag, and now you are officially in the first encounter of this dungeon. From the rally flag, you're going to jump out the window, make your way up, and that's officially where the first encounter is. When you get here, there's going to be yellow wires, and you have to connect the yellow wires just like in the first encounter and this encounter to activate a lift so you can go up to the next floor and rinse and repeat. Basically, just look for the Minotaur, kill the Minotaur to get the buff, follow the wire to where it begins, and then keep activating all the nodes until you reach the lift. Remember to make sure that the wire turns blue, otherwise you have to just backtrack and find which node that you missed if the one that you shoot doesn't activate the actual wire. After you have done this on 3 different floors, you will get your very first reward of the dungeon and you have completed the very first encounter. Alright, congrats on being the first encounter. Now you're just going to go forward and keep going up, and then you'll get to this big windowed area. You're going to jump up on one of the catwalks and find the window with the active lever. Pull the lever to open the window so you can climb up to the second encounter. Once you jump all the way to the top, you will notice the first boss from the Garden of Salvation raid pop up, the Consecrated Mine. You will shoot the little Minotaur underneath him after you rally to the flag, and then you'll start the second encounter and your first boss fight. This boss fight is pretty straightforward. You're just going to do the same exact mechanic that you've been doing throughout the entire dungeon. You're going to kill one of the Minotaurs to get your attrition buff, and then you're going to go to the middle of the map, shoot the little node in the middle, and follow it all the way until the outskirts. You have to start from the middle, do not start from the outside. You have to do this on 4 separate sides, and whichever side you do fourth is going to be the side that the consecrated mine will go to. Consecrated mine will open up the eyes. You have to shoot all the eyes to activate damage. It's the same exact boss fight from Garden of Salvation. Consecrated mine will move backwards. You do as much damage as you can, and then it'll go to the middle, and then you rinse and repeat the mechanic. Kill a Minotaur, get the buff, shoot the nodes from middle to the outskirts. Whichever side you do fourth, that's going to be your damage spot. Do this as many times as you need until Consecrated Mine is dead. Now from this area, you're going to jump down and you'll be in a transition area between this and the final boss. This area is going to have red wires. Red wires only needs 1 single shot with the buff. In order to activate the full wire, you don't need to follow it to find the nodes. The thing about the red wires is that you have a time limit to shoot all of them before you fail it. So look around the room, identify where all the red wires are and the nodes that are connected to them, and then just shoot all of them as quickly as possible. And then once that happens, you'll get a prompt on your bottom left-hand corner of your screen that says it's been completed. And then floor will open up at the bottom and you just keep climbing down. You still need to kill the Minotaur to get the buff, so please do not forget that. And you go down to these fans. Make sure you avoid the fans just like in the Outbreak Prime mission from back in the day. And then continue on down. After 3 rounds of the same exact thing over and over and over again, you're going to open up the last floor to jump all the way down to the final boss fight. Congratulations, you have made it to the end of the dungeon. This is the final encounter and the final boss fight. This encounter is very simple. It's the same thing that we've been doing the whole entire dungeon. Just we're going to have both red and yellow wires to deal with. So what you're going to do is first kill the 2 hydras that spawn on the left and right, and killing those will spawn the Minotaurs. Kill the Minotaurs, get your buff, and then shoot the 4 red wires that are in the middle of the room attached to these 4 pillars. After you shoot those 4, then the top one in the middle over the door will open up. You shoot that 5th one to open the door. That also activates the yellow wires. There's going to be 1 left side yellow wire that's open and 1 right side yellow wire that's open. Shoot the first node that is connected to the yellow wire in the first room and follow it all the way until it leads you to the back of the second room. You'll get a prompt once you completed your wire. Once you do both wires, you'll see a prompt that says the reactor core purge is armed, and for you to take cover, that's when you'll go back to the first room, and then you're going to get the buff again. Minotaurs will spawn again, get the buff, and shoot all the 5 red wires again to close the door. Once the door is closed, you're going to see the wyvern through the window. It's going to like charge up and then explode. The door will then open up right after, and that's when you can do your damage and your DPS to the wyvern. You'll have a certain time limit. Once it becomes immune again, then you just do the whole mechanic all over again. And you can repeat this process over and over again for infinity until you kill him. And that's the whole dungeon of Spire of the Watcher. Congratulations, you beat the easiest dungeon in the game in my opinion, but to each their own. If you guys like this video, I hope you can give it a thumbs up. And for more Destiny 2 content like this, and plus my solo flawless guide that I'm going to be putting up sometime this week, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's been your boy C-double-G, and I hope y'all have a dope ass day. Deuces.